You've lived long enough to know the simple truth: beauty fades. The youthful skin, the tight waistline, the spark in her eyes that once made people turn their heads. It all shifts, softens, changes. But what if I told you something far more powerful is only just beginning to awaken inside you? If you're over 50 and you sometimes feel like your best years are behind you, pause, take a deep breath. Because if you're watching this video, if something in this message called you in, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your real life. After 50, almost everything changes. Your body, your face, your hormones, your priorities. The world around you may start to look at you differently. And yes, some women feel like they're fading into the background, invisible, exhausted, unneeded. But others awaken. They discover strength they never knew they had. They glow with a different kind of radiance. Not youthful beauty, but something deeper, wiser, stronger, magnetic. Why? Why do some women wilt with age, while others bloom into something unshakably captivating? Like they're entering a second dawn? Here's the truth. The difference is in their genes, or in their creams, or in their bank accounts. The difference isn't even in their age. The difference is in their habits. The invisible, daily choices that shape how they see themselves, how they care for themselves, how they live. Today, I want to share 6 habits that make a mature woman irresistible, not because of how she looks, but because of who she is, because of the presence she carries, the energy she radiates. Let's begin. Habit number 1, she faces her shadow. Have you ever met a woman who shines from within? She doesn't chase attention. She doesn't need validation. And yet, wherever she goes, people notice her. There's a calmness in her, a depth, an unmistakable light. That kind of light isn't manufactured. It's earned. Carl Jung said, "An irresistible woman is one who doesn't shy away from her pain, her fear, or her anger. She's learned to look into her shadow without judgment." Your shadow is the part of you you've hidden. Old wounds, unspoken grief, the parts of yourself you were told were too much or not enough. And yet, true power begins the moment you stop running from that shadow, and instead, you turn toward it. In Buddhism, suffering is not something to deny. It's part of life. But awareness is how we transform suffering into wisdom. When a woman reaches midlife, her mid-40s, 50s, her emotions shift, her body changes, and so much rises to the surface. Some feel ashamed of this phase. They try to hide it, mask it, but the mature woman, the magnetic one, does the opposite. She meets what she's been avoiding: her fears, her grief, her fatigue. Jung called this shadow integration. And it's not a one-time thing. It's a habit. Try this in the morning. Before you pick up your phone, before you brush your teeth, ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? And why might I be rejecting it? Then breathe 5 minutes of deep belly breaths. Inhale slowly, hold, exhale fully. Repeat, feel your body. Let it soften. This practice calms your nervous system. It lowers cortisol, your stress hormone. It reduces inflammation. It restores your adrenal glands. This is not just emotional, it's biological. When you face your shadow, you don't just reclaim your soul, you reclaim your health. Habit number 2, she embraces solitude. We live in a noisy world. Distraction is constant. We scroll, we respond, we rush. But the irresistible woman, she makes time for stillness. Jung said, wholeness comes from inner conversation. When you're not afraid of your own company, you no longer seek rescue. You live from fullness, not from lack. Start simple. 10 minutes of daily silence. No music, no phone. Just you, your breath, your presence. Sit, close your eyes. Let your thoughts come and go. Feel the discomfort, then feel it pass. At first, silence feels heavy, but soon it becomes sacred. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's strength. It's the space where clarity is born. Habit number 3, she refuses the victim role. Life is not always kind. Many women carry pain that's decades old. Abandonment, betrayal, loss. injustice. But here's what makes a mature woman magnetic. She stops expecting the world to fix it. She stops blaming her parents, her ex, the system. She chooses personal power over pity. Jung warned us, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you'll call it fate. You are not helpless. You are not stuck. You are not broken. When you catch yourself blaming or complaining, ask, what can I do right now to step out of victimhood? Sometimes the answer is small. A walk, a boundary, a breath. But every time you choose action over despair, you reclaim your life. That is the power of self-responsibility. Habit number 4. She says no without guilt. Many of us were raised to please, to say yes, to be agreeable, to take care of everyone, except ourselves. But the irresistible woman, she doesn't pour from an empty cup. She knows her limits. She respects her energy, and she says no with love and with clarity. Try this. Think of one area of your life. Maybe it's work, or family, or friendship, where saying no feels almost impossible. Now rehearse a simple line. Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to that right now. Say it aloud. Practice it until it feels like truth, not rejection. When you say no with grace, you say yes to yourself. That boundary becomes a beacon. It invites respect and real connection. Habit number 5. She isn't afraid to be deep. Small talk has its place, but the most captivating women, they go deeper. They speak of meaning, of pain, of the soul. They're not afraid to ask the real questions, to tell the truth, to feel fully. Jung spoke of the wise woman archetype, she who carries intuitive wisdom, she who sees beneath the surface, she who guides others not by force, but by presence. In Buddhism, this is called prajna, a knowing beyond the mind. You don't need to have all the answers, but you do need space for real conversations. Every week, create one moment of depth. Turn off your phone. Look someone in the eyes. Ask how their heart is. Or, if no one's available, write. Journal. Speak with your soul. Depth doesn't repel, it attracts. Because in a shallow world, truth is magnetic. Habit number 6. She celebrates aging. This might be the most radical habit of all. To not fight time. To not chase youth. To embrace aging. Because true allure doesn't come from wrinkle-free skin. It comes from authenticity. It's about carrying your years with grace. Not pretending to be who you were, but standing fully in who you are. In Buddhism, we are reminded, all things change. Beauty fades, but the light of the soul remains. So when you catch yourself thinking, I'm not who I used to be, answer yourself with this. And thank goodness, because now I'm real. Aging isn't a curse. It's a crown. Support your body, not from shame, but from reverence. Morning ritual, warm lemon water, 5 minutes of gentle stretching, movement, 30 minutes of walking a day, not for weight loss, for hormone balance, for clarity, for joy, nutrition, cut the sugar, add healthy fats, avocado, flaxseed oil, omega-3s. These nourish your nervous system and feed your feminine hormones. And don't forget the small rituals. A dry brush in the morning to awaken your lymph. A foot massage with sesame oil before bed. An ancient practice for hormones and sleep. Caring for your body this way isn't vanity. It's devotion. You're not fixing yourself. You're honoring yourself. So let's come back to where we began. 6 habits. 6 doorways into a deeper, truer, more radiant life. Facing your shadow. Embracing solitude. Refusing victimhood. Setting clear boundaries. Choosing depth. Celebrating age. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's not about being young. It's about being alive. You don't need to prove anything. You don't need to be anyone else. You're not just a woman. You are force. You are essence. You are light, and the world feels it. Every time you show up as the woman you've always been becoming.